couple from Leicester whose son died from a rare genetic condition, well, they're encouraging others to take part in screening, which they say could have saved his life. It is called the Generation Study. It's now been rolled out to people using maternity services in Nottingham, in Leicester and in Derby, as Jodie Law reports.
Priya describes her pregnancy with Arav in 2022 as happy and healthy. When he was about 8 weeks old, she noticed he was having problems feeding and wasn't putting on weight. She raised it with a GP multiple times.
Around the 12-14 week mark, I was becoming increasingly worried. He was now missing gross motor milestones, as well as continuing to have problems feeding and with his weight.
Call it mother's intuition, but Priya just would not let it go, thankfully. And, we ended up almost pestering for answers.
Eventually, a referral was made. When Arav was 6 months old, he was diagnosed with spinal muscular atrophy, or SMA, but was too old for treatment. He died not long after his first birthday.
The prognosis was devastating. And, you, like Priya was saying, you bring your baby home, we brought Arav home, everything was absolutely fine, behaving as a normal baby would, and then 4 to 6 months later we've been told he's got a life-limiting condition. Your world breaks down completely.
When you have a baby, when you're pregnant even, you dream of who they'll be and what they'll do and what your life will look like. And to have that so cruelly snatched away was heartbreaking.
Genetic screening wasn't available at University Hospitals Leicester when Arav was born, but now it is because of the Generation Study. It aims to find conditions early and learn more about genes and health by testing for more than 200 rare genetic conditions.
There are an array of different genetic conditions as part of the screen. Some of the ones that you might have heard of, cystic fibrosis, Batten's disease, a lot of the commoner ones, but also some of the really rare ones. What's really important to note about the study and the conditions that have been picked is not because of their commonality. It was because that these are conditions that we know present in the infant period. Also, they are treatable or manageable. So there is an actual change that you can make if you identify it early.
If this test was available back then, do you think Arav would be alive today?
Absolutely.
The free test is optional and people using maternity services in Nottingham and Derby can take part in the study too. The couple believe early diagnosis could make a massive difference.
You would have access to an array of specialists. You would have choices, you would have time. Your child would have the best shot. Absolutely nothing to lose, but the whole world to gain.
Jodie Law, BBC East Midlands Today, Leicester.